Guys, let's get back to basics. How often have we as business leaders said that to our teams when growth starts getting challenging? You see, in search for accelerators, sometimes businesses look for esoteric solutions or ultra-smart moves. But very often leaders know that growth comes from something far more simple, fixing the fundamentals. In this video, I want to talk about one such fundamental that every CEO should have on their checklist when reviewing their brand communication or their sales pitches or anything that is going on to their customers. It's called the Features, Benefits, Values ladder, or the FBV ladder. Simple as it sounds, getting this right consistently is one of the most impactful steps you can take as you create your growth story. Recently at a conference, I met founders and CEOs both from B2C and B2B businesses. As they explained what their brand stood for, and I looked at their communication, I noticed a common pattern. They were very good at talking about features, but much less clear about what these features actually did for the target customer. Let me give you a simple example. One founder of a new apparel brand proudly told me that his shirts were made without stitches. Interesting, and perhaps unique. But when I asked him, so what does that do for the consumer? He hesitated. And after some probing, he said, well, the shirt would not tear at the seams. And I had to ask him, is stitching really coming up at the seams for shirts, and is it such a big problem for consumers today? That's when it clicked in his head. He assumed that a unique feature automatically creates customer value when it doesn't. I saw something similar in a B2B business. The CEO was focused on a unique manufacturing process that the marketing and sales communication teams had never really quite explained to customers what benefit it gave. When we dug deeper, we realized the benefit was significantly lower dyeing usage and reduced effluence 2 steps down the value chain. But that benefit was not being communicated, not to the end customer and not even to the immediate customer in a way that they could get a premium. This brings us to the first step of the FBV ladder. Link your features to benefits that a target customer actually cares about. But don't just stop there, because when customers pay for benefits, what they really seek are higher order values. And that's the second step of the ladder, from benefits to values. In our early example, the stitchless shirt, the benefit might have been greater comfort, but the value could be feeling pampered, confident, in fashion, or at ease. In the B2B example, the benefit might be lower environmental impact, carbon credit points, certification, but the value could be helping your customer feel like an innovator or a doer of good. These are higher order values. And when you consistently satisfy them better than your competitors do, customers don't just prefer you and buy you, they start liking you and loving you. So that's the features, benefits, values ladder. Superior features linked to competitive benefits, elevated to higher order customer values. A brand that does this consistently and exceptionally well that I know of is Caterpillar. And I'm deliberately taking a B2B brand as an example. In much of their communication, you'll see this ladder at work consistently. A feature like multi-purpose bucket linked to the benefit of being the most versatile and elevated to a higher order value of being your partner. Simple, clear, powerful. So here's a simple check you can do. Look at all the ways your product or services are getting communicated to your customers. Your digital communication, your advertising, your sales pitches, brochures, websites, etc. And ask, how many of them clearly link with features to the benefits, to the values for your target customer? Just fixing this consistently can unlock incremental growth and give you the pricing power without changing your product or service at all. As many customers eventually realize, often it's these simple basics that help you create your next growth story.